Welcome to the Dragon's Den. My name is Leo Drake and thank you for spending part of your day with me. Please consider subscribing as it is free and is the best way to help support the channel. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and ring the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. In this video, we are reviewing Citizen Kane and answering the question, is it the greatest film of all time? I will be discussing the movie during this video, so consider this your one and only spoiler warning. So let's get to it. Citizen Kane was made in 1941, starring and directed by Orson Welles. It is a fictional biopic about the life of Charles Foster Kane, a wealthy newspaper tycoon with links to politics. When Charles Foster Kane dies a rich old man, he utters one word on his deathbed. Rosebud. His death creates a lot of headlines around the world, but a few journalists seek to find out what Charles Foster Kane's last word meant, so their story will stand out amongst the others. Mr. Thompson goes to Atlantic City searching for a scoop and visits Kane's second wife, but she does not want to talk and seems to know nothing about Rosebud. Mr. Thompson visits the Thatcher estate to learn about the dead man's childhood. As a young boy, Kane is sent away by his parents to live with Mr. Thatcher. A wealthy gold mine on his mother's property in Colorado gives the child a significant wealth which is held in trust until he turns 25. Unfortunately, the lack of a normal childhood means Charles Foster Kane only loves himself and perhaps his mother. When he comes into his fortune, which is the 6th largest in the world, Kane is not interested in gold mines or oil wells, but thinks it would be fun to run a newspaper. Kane becomes the publisher of the New York Inquirer, vowing to tell the truth and be a champion for the people. His school friend Jedediah Leyland and Mr. Bernstein, his manager, are with him from the start.
If I hadn't been very rich, I might have been a really great man.
What would you like to have been?
Everything you hate.
Mr. Thompson visits Mr. Bernstein, who recalls the early days at the Inquirer.
Mr. Carter, if the headline is big enough, it makes the news big enough.
Kane starts the Inquirer with a circulation of just 26,000 and loses 1 million a year in the venture. Several years later, the Inquirer has a circulation of over 684,000 and is the #1 newspaper in New York. Charles Foster Kane is becoming a showman. He travels the world and meets his first wife, who is the niece of a president. Mr. Thompson visits Leyland, who is now living in a home.
Just old age. It's the only disease, Mr. Thompson, that you don't look forward to being cured.
Leyland is probably the closest thing to a friend Kane ever had, though they are estranged now.
Well, I never believed anything I saw in the Inquirer.
Leyland provides a different perspective to Charles Foster Kane, who changed over time with his power and influence. Kane did everything for love, but he had none to give. He loved himself and wanted the love of the people, his readers and voters. When Kane meets his second wife, she does not know who he is. She is an amateur singer and they are both lonely. Kane is running for New York governor, but his political rival reveals his affair, which loses him the election.
There's only one person in the world to decide what I'm going to do, and that's me.
Kane is divorced by his first wife Emily and marries Susan, who he tries to force into becoming a famous singer, but she's not talented enough. Leyland writes a bad review of Susan's performance for the Inquirer, and Kane fires him after finishing the article himself. Kane forces Susan to keep singing until she becomes ill.
I don't propose to have myself made ridiculous.
Together they retreat to their expansive pleasure palace in Florida called Xanadu, and in his later years Kane is alone in the empty palace. Mr. Thompson visits Xanadu and speaks with the butler, who remembers when the second wife left. Kane destroyed his wife's room in a fit of rage, all except a snow globe. The house is full of items Kane collected throughout his life, some expensive and rare, while others seem mundane. Mr. Thompson does not discover the meaning of Kane's final words.
What have you been doing all this time?
Playing with a jigsaw puzzle?
But the audience is shown that Rosebud turns out to be the name of Kane's old childhood sled. This film was well ahead of its time, meaning it remains relevant to today's society. The black and white photography and cinematography are excellent. Orson Welles' performance is memorable in this unique film that was not appreciated when it first came out. Some people might say this is a film for the critics rather than fans, and a movie to be studied at film school rather than to be enjoyed at home. I would disagree, as Citizen Kane offers a gorgeously told story about the fictional life of a media mogul that feels like it could be a real biopic. Is Citizen Kane the best movie of all time? In my opinion, no, but it definitely deserves to be in the conversation. This film is one of the true cinematic classics, and I give Citizen Kane 5 out of 5 stars.
I thought you'd see it my way.
Thank you for watching. Let me know your greatest movie of all time in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like and share it. I'm looking to post a new video every Monday, so be sure to come back for that and click the link on screen to watch another of my videos. Until next time, hoorah!